want to go to Boston Market? It's the devil!
It's no secret fast food isn't the fanciest or healthiest food out there. But it seems like some restaurant chains forgot to go that extra mile when it comes to pleasing their customers.
Well.
Let's take a look at the 10 worst fast food chains in the country, Part 2. Del Taco.
I told you I'd find you again, Del Taco.
Often referred to as a worse version of the beloved Taco Bell, Del Taco isn't exactly the place to go if you want to enjoy good and flavorful food, or any kind of freshness, really. Let's just say it doesn't have the best track record when it comes to satisfying customers. People have complained about various issues over the years, like the tremendously long waiting time and the flavorless food. A sad, bland, and overly long experience is what awaits you in the dining room of this Mexican-inspired fast food joint. In fact, only around 40% of past customers said they would go back for a second time.
Please go back! You can make it my birthday present!
When a fast food taco place has better reviews for its vegetarian options than its meat options, it's got to ring a few alarm bells. If the meat isn't good enough, then how can anything else really be? Probably one of the main reasons why people still go there is because it's usually open later than Taco Bell.
I'm getting a warm feeling spreading through my heart. That's the Del Taco.
Boston Market.
This is cut with Boston Market gravy!
Formerly known as Boston Chicken, Boston Market is a home-style fast casual chain that offers its customers a multitude of options to choose from. Rotisserie chicken, sandwiches, and even pot pies. A great selection of convenient and easily accessible chicken. Sounds perfect, right?
Yes.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's not. It's far from it, actually. Customers have complained about the long wait times and the muddled employees who serve them. A bit of a chaotic experience, essentially. It's not that the food is bad, although it hasn't been described as great either. It's just that it's so inconvenient and long to get what you ordered that people just don't want to ever bother going there. If people wanted home-cooked style meals that take forever to make, they would eat at home, not at a fast casual chain that seems to be more casual than fast. Boston Market has shut down a lot of its locations across the country over the last few years and just don't seem to be getting a hang of things.
Don't go!
Wingstop.
Are you gonna cook us all some fried chicken?
Being one of the most popular food items in America, wings have a ridiculously big following. It's almost like there's an underground chicken wing cult somewhere. Wingstop has tried very hard over the years to become the #1 stop for wings. With dining rooms decorated in a pre-jet aviation theme, customers can enjoy a nice 1940s vibe while eating their meal.
Oh my God, get this child some food, quick!
Chicken wings.
Unfortunately, that's where the praise ends. Where it counts the most, flavor, Wingstop is far less impressive. If you head over to the site Complaints Board, you'll see Wingstop has a 1-star review, and you can scroll through what seems like an infinite amount of complaints, including many citing the lack of flavor, like one customer who ordered lemon pepper wings, both very strong flavors, but his wings arrived with what he called only a very faint hint of flavor. When the main attraction to your restaurant is your chicken wings and the variety of flavors they come in, this is the one thing you need to get right. Come on, Wingstop, time to step up your game.
Don't be bashful, step up.
Little Caesars.
What is wrong with you people? Ew, Alan, did you just eat sofa pizza?
At Little Caesars, the chances of getting a decent meal are exactly that, little. Known for its really cheap and affordable food, Little Caesars doesn't exactly scream fresh and quality pizza. It's no surprise that with low prices comes low expectations, and people are well aware of that when they head over there. You go to Little Caesars for convenience, not for outstanding flavors, with many customer reviews stating that it was the second worst pizza they ever had.
I pulled the last 6 pieces of pizza for you.
Or the absolute worst in terms of everything. It's hard to understand why it's still the third largest pizza chain in America, right behind Pizza Hut and Domino's. Ah, the power a $5 pizza can hold. The funniest thing is, while it's among the largest, it's also among the worst, as it keeps getting voted onto so many worst pizza in America lists. Whether you like Little Caesars or not, there's just one important thing to remember. With cheap prices comes cheap pizza, and cheap pizza is not the kind of pizza anyone deserves.
You trusted me. And I failed you.
Checkers.
It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing.
Checkers has offered literally everything on its menu since it first opened in 1986, but nothing really stands out.
This isn't it.
From burgers to hot dogs and chicken nuggets, it has followed the really classic path of any other fast food restaurant. And that's part of the problem. With so many comparable chains and similar menus, Checkers wasn't able to distinguish itself and come up with anything daring enough or specific to its own brand. The Checkers menu is basically just a list of common and forgettable items, but without the actual quality that usually comes with those items. The blandness of the meals has long been a stigma attached to Checkers that people have complained about numerous times. The very soggy, old, and unwanted piece of lettuce always shoved in the burgers is also not a very big crowd pleaser, to say the least. The only thing we can give them a star for is price.
Shut up and take my money.
But as we already know, cheap price often equates to cheap food. Maybe it's time Checkers finally admits checkmate. Jimmy John's.
How good is that?
Oh, wow.
Funny enough, Jimmy John's isn't on this list because of its low-quality food like so many others are. No, it's on here because of the awfully bad management and the countless scandals this chain has faced over the years. For the longest time, every employee working at a Jimmy John's had to sign a contract. So far, pretty standard, nothing worrying here.
Who's that goat-legged fellow? I like the cut of his jib.
Prince of Darkness, sir. He's your 11 o'clock.
But on this said contract was a notorious non-compete clause that prohibited employees from working at any other delis until 2 years after their employment at Jimmy John's ended. Oh, and they were forced to sign it. The employees and several U.S. states eventually took Jimmy John's to court, and in 2016, the clause was removed from the contracts. This trial shone a bad light on the company's management skills, and since then, the company has suffered a great loss in their numbers and bottom line. Obviously, this wasn't helped by the at least 5 E. coli outbreaks that happened during the last decade or so in various restaurants.
This is all your fault! Oh, how can I stay mad at you?
Bojangles.
I'm only eating the skin, so the chicken's up for grabs.
When the Washington Post itself takes time to publicly diss your restaurant in an article, it's safe to say that your business might not be doing very well. And that's exactly what happened to the Southern Fried Chicken chain from North Carolina, Bojangles. The article very blatantly affirmed that the restaurant's iconic buttermilk biscuit was, meh, not a good biscuit.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
That put most of the good people from the South in defense mode, and even the North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis came to the rescue of the poor little biscuit. The food at Bojangles is not bad at all. It's actually quite tasty for the most part and represents the Southern heritage of its chicken well. The problem comes from the way it's managed. With competitors like KFC and Popeyes, it's hard to stay relevant and keep up with the evolving market. Bojangles has made quite a few faux pas since its debut, and some of them were just impossible to come back from. Like, for starters, the lack of innovation on their menus. The chicken and the biscuits, while not popular with everyone, have been on the menu since the very beginning and comprise about 40% of the sales. But what if they mix things up a little? Maybe that's the only step they need to turn things around and get a spot on the list of best fast food chains in America.
I'm having a great time, Lulu. And you nailed it with these cheesy onion rings.
Cici's Pizza.
Boring cold pizza in a box?
A melting pot of all-you-can-eat pasta, pizza, and salad, Cici's Pizza is the perfect destination for any broke college student or anyone else in search of a large selection of food for the very small price of $6 per person. That's for the pizza buffet, anyway. In theory, the concept of a pizza buffet sounds ridiculously decadent and like something straight out of heaven.
Good buffet up here? Oh, yeah.
Unlimited pizza slices with a soda and a side salad. Everything sounds perfect. Angelic, even. But as the saying goes, in every seed of good, there is a piece of bad. And that applies to Cici's Pizza, too. With an outrageous nutritional value and bad quality, it seems like the seemingly low price lives up to its end of the bargain. Low price, low quality. A reviewer online even called Cici's Pizza the Dollar Tree of food establishments. Not sure if this is supposed to be a compliment or an insult, since Dollar Tree is a pretty successful company after all.
My mom says I'm cool.
But either way, no matter the number of unlimited slices Cici's Pizza throws at you, you should never settle for anything less than what you deserve. El Pollo Loco.
Come in and try our new curly fries. We are so sure you'll like them. And if you don't, they're on me.
El Pollo Loco isn't one of the most famous fried chicken chains out there, and we can't really blame them. With fierce competitors like KFC and Taco Bell, making your way into the chicken and Mexican-American market can be quite hard and strenuous. It may even seem like an impossible task at times. But in the case of El Pollo Loco, they can't compete for one simple reason. The food is just not that good. And way overpriced. Two unforgivable factors in the fast food industry. Customers say that the food is dry, bland, and not exactly the kind of Mexican fiesta you would hope for. Paired with the flavorless food is the rude staff and the bad customer service, which seems to be apparent at many El Pollo Loco locations.
El Pollo Loco customer service, this is Steve.
Overall, it's way too expensive for what you get, which is usually a crummy atmosphere and poor food quality. This crazy chicken thinks it can work its way up to be a great restaurant, but offering up less than stellar food and not caring about its customers, that just won't do it. A reviewer online even admitted that the chicken was okay, but the whole experience was just chaotic, confusing, and terribly served. It might not be the most famous, but if more people knew about it, who knows? Maybe it could become infamous.
The cold-blooded wrestler from Mexico, El Pollo Loco!
Starbucks.
Shame!
Before you start getting angry and ready to throw punches, you should know that we're not talking about the coffee at Starbucks. We're talking about the food. So go ahead, you can relax and sit back down. Starbucks has become an icon when it comes to coffee chains around the world. You can literally find a Starbucks wherever you go, no matter where you are. The iconic, colorful drinks and the hot and steamy coffee are all part of what makes this chain so great. So then, what's the problem? The food is the problem. The processed, packaged, overpriced food they have the audacity to serve. Usually, a coffee goes great with a fresh pastry or a nice sandwich for breakfast. But at Starbucks, it seems like they haven't completely grasped the concept of fresh yet. Or even decent, to be completely blunt. All the food arrives frozen. Pastries, sandwiches, you name it.
What? No way!
And customers have complained that it tastes frozen too. Also, all the stuff you see in the display, not the stuff you're going to get. So that little croissant you've been eyeing in the display, that's not even edible anymore. You really don't want that one. Who knows how long it's been there? The moral of the story, stick to your caramel frappuccino and leave the banana bread to a baker.
They finally got their own cuisine. Progress.
We've got more videos, just tap that screen. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our notification squad.